8. So Oliver and Essie, would you know how to do that one? Do you know how to explain number 8, how to get to it? Essie, would you like to have a go for me?
What I did for number 8 was I did 3 divided by 12, which is 4, and then I did 2 times
3 divided by 12. I'm going to stop you there, Mrs. Not 3 divided by 12, but the bigger number first.
12 divided by 3.
Good girl.
And then that's 4. And then I did 2 times 4, which is 8.
Good. Excellent. So another way of doing it, but similar to what you did. So to get from 3 to 12, 3 multiplied by 4 makes 12. Whatever you do on that side, you need to do on this side. So 2 times by 4 gives you the answer of 8. Is everyone happy with that one? Oliver, I'm going to ask you, if you don't mind me picking on. So we've just got to work out all the different numbers that when we add them up, they make 5. So put up your hand, you can tell me what I could at that table. Essie?
3 and 2.
Yeah, because 3 add 2 is 5. Ayan, a different one.
1 and 4.
Yeah.
Can it be in a decimal?
No, we're sticking to integers, which are whole numbers. Essie, have you got a different one?
Would 2 and 3 work?
Yes, because even though we've had 3 and 2, and we know 3 plus 2 is 5, but that was saying that x was 3 and y was 2, whereas you've now just said 2 and 3, so x is 2 and y is 3. Good girl.
And you address the concerns of responsibility. So you're aware that the responsibility might be, a problem. So it's good that you address that concern, and you also give a clear conclusion. So this, both addressing the concerns and also the clear conclusion, shows that you have a strong argument, and also you wrap up the letter well. To improve, perhaps a little more emotive language to make the argument even stronger. For example, dogs would bring so much joy into our home every single day. So just a little bit more emotive language to play on the heartstrings a little bit. And maybe also a fact or statistic. Something like studies show that dogs remove stress and improve our health. So just that for that one. This one here, really well structured, very clear. So after yesterday's lesson, we're going to just quickly go over one of the vocabulary tasks and steps you can use to help, and also an extra bonus task at the end. So solving 3-letter word completion questions. So these tasks ask your child to identify 3 missing consecutive letters that make a correctly spelled word without changing their order. So we'll have a look at how to solve these questions step by step. So step 1, understanding the question. So first of all, the most important thing is to understand what the question is asking. So the word in capitals has 3 consecutive letters removed. And when you put those letters back, the word should make sense in the sentence. So here's one of the examples that we looked at. John bought a new comer. So obviously that doesn't make sense. The missing letters need to fit in the word in capitals to make a valid word and fit the sentence. So adding the letters put, P-U-T, gives us computer, which makes sense in the sentence. We need to make sure that the 3-letter word we add to the longer word is a word in itself. So that is very important. So what can you do to help your child? So you can encourage your child to use the context of the sentence to guide their thinking. So after yesterday's lesson, we're going to just quickly go over one of the vocabulary tasks and steps you can use to help, and also an extra bonus task at the end. So, solving 3-letter word completion questions. So, these tasks ask your child to identify 3 missing consecutive letters that make a correctly spelled word without changing their order. So, we'll have a look at how to solve these questions step by step. So step 1, understanding the question. So first of all, the most important thing is to understand what the question is asking. So the word in capitals has 3 consecutive letters removed. And when you put those letters back, the word should make sense in the sentence. So here's one of the examples that we looked at. John bought a new COMER. So obviously today we're going to talk about something we touched on last, but I think we need some more practice and more in-depth look at these bits of punctuation. So we're going to look at colons and semicolons. So let's start with the colon. So the colon consists of 2 dots, one above the other. A colon is often used to introduce a list. So, for example, you will need to bring 3 things to the party: some food, something to drink, and a small gift for the host. So you can see the colon is at the beginning of the list. So we use a colon to introduce a list. Also, a colon can be used to introduce an explanation, a definition, and a quote. So, for example, here we have 3 sentences. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to quit. Elephant, a large grey mammal. And in scene 5, Romeo states, Juliet, I love you. So,